So when he back knuckles, I'm going to double tap. 1, 2, I'm going to back knuckle. 1, 2, he back knuckle. 1, 2, and go. See? So this is always a rotation. See? See? So this, heaven's sakes. But now, if he were to strike at me, I say, see, you use it more like, you move off of it. It gives you that good double tap. And I mentioned the story where one of my buddies said, Jim, you used to be a really good karate guy. What happened? What happened? Well, now you're doing this pitter-patter, stupid shit, you know. You don't have that same. I said, well, it's different now. I can still do that. Nothing happened to me. I just learned that by doing this, it really shuts them down. The double tap. 2 to the chest, up. 1 well-placed aim shot to the head. Up, bang. Because whether they have armor on or not, up, double taps that armor. And if you think I'm kidding, remember the bank robbery in LA when the guys had all the armor on, the AK-47s, the big massacre. The only time they got this guy, they were hitting him, and you see in the rounds hitting when he's moving. But they hit him here and here. Boom, boom. He's not hurt. It just knocked the gun out. He got double tapped. So he reaches down and picks the gun up, and when he stops moving, pow, in the head. They got him. But he wasn't hurt. It was a tattoo. It was an ideal example of the double tap. He completely lost track because before he had that pistol and was walking down the street just like that. And as soon as he took normal men would be on that gun and start running. Perfect example of the double tap principle. And then 1 in the head. So that's why it's tattoo. Bang! And now you've got him, armor or not. Remember, it's the same principle that we use in our art. And that's why we do it. Because we're in a deadly consequence. So when I go here, there's nothing he can do. If I had just gone here, he'll cover that. Like draws like. Double tap shuts that shit down. The most common response in Kung Fu, the most easiest to ingrain in people, is called mirror. Do what I do. If I kick him, he kicks me. If I hit him, he hits me. You don't have to be a very good fighter. Just do what he does. Mirror. Mirror is good enough. If you can pull that off, you can keep him at bay at least. So mirroring is taught. In this case, don't mirror. Change gears, hit him with the double tap. So we'll start with Kadena. I got you on that one. There we go. That's it. So here we go. Salute in. Welcome. Good to see you. Let's start it up. Yeah, so in other words, when he got back off of here, they think of it as he's back. I'm in heaven stick rolling. Right. See, but if I double tap to do this, he double tap to do it. So it starts adding to your overall ability to say, it just gives you those drums. So if we come in here like this, he does that hit like so. 1, 2, he covers there like that. I'm going to just come in and put that on. See, so during the course of our right, we get into our leg and then there we go. At some point, when I come across, I'm just going to pull in, try to get that and come back in. See, point, grab his ass, pull him in, make him jump. Start the drill again. Now, again, if he can do that to you, he should. So there it is. He's got me. But at some point, I'm going to sense that. I'm going to sense what he's doing. When he can sense what I'm doing. When I go to do this, he just doesn't boost. And I miss. So we just start the drill. So he has an ability, see, to counter me there. So just know what they say. But most of the time, they can't. This is a coincidence. That's why it's in the exercise. See, even if we're here doing this, and I do this here, if he starts that shit, whack! I will not be denied that stunning shot that we learned in the sequence of bombs, see where he blocks and then you just cross over. So in that case, even if he does block me here, you still have your switches. could, using big Kadena. Pull, catch. Here, or he does the count. See what I mean? But here, just practice that catch, and then go back in, get Cuba, right? Back into here, right? And again, even if we do say Cuba, doesn't matter. At some point, you just traverse across, go back into any drill that we want, including this is all part of your body. With the low line shot. That's it. Now that was over the top. Okay? If I take him over the top here, or if we take him under the bottom, so this thing, the goal is to get him here somewhere. Can I do it up here on my wrist? Can I do it by my elbow? Can I do it with my shoulder? I think I could. You have that capacity to do all that. That's so good. So just make sure you go in the direction. Yep, just get down and work over. You can, it's nice when you do because you got to have I mean, this should, the bowl should go down. This goes back there, this goes forward, go down. Now, back here, I can move forward like this, but I still move back. So, that's what I mean. And that's what I mean, that's what switches. If we end up moving here, what he is a thing. We got that. We got to put one, two, take out this. So, this thing we're doing. Well, I mean, in that other sense, it's like a body. I mean, here, I'm just adding, I'm just going down right away. I'm going to do whatever. If we were to call out, this whole thing is like a spiral, right? Yeah, so we want to land in a whole different world like that, right? Or if we do it, where you kind of swing in, and then I just try that, and you usually do that, right? So it's just, you come out backwards, right? It's the reverse of your call, where I step over your leg, slap you, put you in that sort of bullet, right? You've seen that when you raise your neck. I don't know how to do it with a dog like that, but I'm just saying. Yes. Yeah, both ways, usually it's like a cross. Your head is right here. And so I'm going to say this is a move off move here to the other side. But I'm saying how you put somebody upside down here, you can see that out. Okay, and there's a number of these. If I take these like this, and this, that's still different than this. See what I mean? Each one of these wraps was saying. Have been able to find your elbow pressure